Hey there everybody, I said that the next review was going to be Transformers Prime Megatron, specifically APC Toys Dark Master, which is like a Voyager to Leader sized knockoff of first edition Megatron, which was only a deluxe, but unfortunately I decided to come up with something different because I don't have a good way of doing a 2-in-1 review of both of them. So instead what we're going to do is my latest Transformers toy, Wars Tigatron. Mainly to quickly review him before his head falls apart again, because I took it apart the wrong way and that has a tendency to kind of fall off. Well, the robot mode head, that is. But here he is in a size comparison with the busted up Bumblebee. You may notice, hey, he has blue knees on the back and a cheetah butt. Yeah, these are from my old Cheetor figure. Basically, this Tigatron was missing both guns. Not that I really have a need for the gut gun, and one of the knees was broken. So what I did is I swapped those around from my old Cheetor figure, which was already broken. But yeah, as you can see, he is a blocky cream white tiger. Yeah, that's about it. Articulation, not much. I mean, you can only kind of move the rear legs around a little. It's not recommended, and striping is not show accurate, and he looks dead because he doesn't have any pupils on him. So yeah, just get rid of the butt. Come on. Come on, boy. Okay, that's a loose-ass hinge. Oh wait, then again, I did take it apart earlier. Or the other day. Come on. Damn, that is solid. Okay, finally, got the fucking butt gun plugged off. So you just flip up the till, and boom, it's a gun. The till isn't supposed to be this loose. I have to fix that myself with a bit of super glue then. So yeah, but this is basically what I got, apart from the blue plastic in the knees, because that's supposed to be this same kind of tealish green that you see on the eyes. But yeah, transformation, or should we say maximize. Pretty simple. You flip out the feet from underneath the rear paws. Straighten them out like that. Rotate the legs around so that this mechanical detailing is on the outside and the stripes are on the inside. And then what you want to do is rotate the entire upper body of the Tiger 180 degrees. So as we got the tripod standing up. Okay, rotate that 180 degrees. There we go. Fold down the front legs of the Tiger. This is going to be a little bit of a scary bit of transformation. Pop the Tiger head forward a little bit to untab the back panels, which will be on the underside of his robot mode arms. Okay, careful. Got to start with the right one first. Get that loose, then you have a little bit of room to fold down his pelvis plate. Like that. Fold that out. There we go, and rotate the arm around at the bicep. This is the scary bit. Like, the left arm does the same thing, but on this copy, the pin is actually rusted, and it only rotates here on the top ring, and it does so very tightly, and there's like a bit of dirt or rust right there, which causes a ton of extra friction. Also, this screw was kind of dirty, but I made it a little less dirty, though it's nowhere near as shiny and clean, or even dare say new as this one. But yeah, there you have that. And finally what you do is bring the Tiger head down and rotate it around to form the chest. And then fold up the head a little. And there you have Tigatron in his robot mode with, once again, incorrectly colored knees. But whatever, we can vibe with that. As well as vibe with the fact that he now has a cheetah gun instead of a tiger gun. But you know, at least he has some weaponry. So that's pretty cool, and you know, like the biggest problem with this, the original Hasbro version, is the fact that he's not very show accurately colored. I can somewhat forgive the creamy off-white compared to like the bright bone white of the Takara version. In fact, the Takara version has the same striping as this, and that's not even show accurate. So, you know, both the Hasbro and the old Takara version from back in the day, they got the striping wrong. But what I can't forgive is the usage of silver paint on the front, on the shins, the pelvis plate, and the face. In fact, the eyes are also dead because they're completely black. I can't forgive that. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is just eventually I'm gonna take him apart and customize him a little bit so he's a little bit more show accurate. All I really need to do is just go to my local toy store pretty soon, like in a couple of days, and find a good shade of tealish green paint that's close enough to this plastic and paint that I can use for the shins, maybe extend it to the mechanical detailing on the outside of the legs, paint over the pelvis, and paint over the face. And also do the same thing, also apply some red on his eyes. So yeah. But overall, like for now, he's at least holding up okay. But I do wish that he was more show accurately colored. The articulation, it's surprisingly good, but there's a little bit of a problem. Like, okay, the head, that can rotate. We get that. It's on a swivel. And can look up and down a little loosely, but that's probably because of the botch job that I had to do to keep it together for now, for short term. And the head can also fold forward to reveal this fucking ugly mutant head. Though I do kind of like how the horns of the robot head kind of act as like little teeth or mandibles or pincers or whatever. That's pretty cool. Daylight is fading fast. But yeah, ball joints in the shoulders, so the arms can move forwards and backwards and outwards, no problem. Bicep swivels. And single hinge elbows with a 180-degree curl. They look a little broken, but you know, at least you have a good amount of articulation out of them. The pelvis plate can move upwards a little, and we have a waist rotation, which is okay. It's not center, but whatever. Thigh swivel, like right above the knee hinge, and 90 degrees of bending at the knee hinge. The biggest problem in terms of his articulation is the ball joints in his hips. Like you're supposed to have this mechanical mold detailing face forward, and ironically, this should actually be painted silver. But unfortunately, they can't go forward very far. His legs can't go forward very far at the hip due to this mechanical mold detailing getting in the way of the crotch. This is about as far forward as they'll go. In fact, I have an easier time going backwards, like this. And they also have and thankfully he can do the full Van Damme, so you know, he has a beautiful spread. 2-in-1 Easter egg to both Vangelis and Jobby the Hong. To Transformers reviewer Titans with of Asian descent. Not saying that Asians are terrible, so yeah. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing that the hips can't go forward that far. There's an easy swap for that, but that means that the till won't peg in as well in beast mode. Basically, it's just as simple as taking a crosshead screwdriver, getting these screws out, and then simply popping the hip pieces around. Like, not the green ones here, which actually have the ball joint sockets, but basically, you know, the actual white pieces, you know, the thighs with the tiger striping. Basically, swap them around so that this mechanical mold detailing is on the back. And that's basically it for this very quick little review of Tigatron. Oh wait, I do need to do a size comparison with him and Bumblebee in robot mode. Bumblebee in robot mode, there we go. As you can see, they're roughly about as big. Bumblebee's only a little bit bigger, but yeah. He's a pretty good size for a deluxe. But yeah, overall, Tigatron is not a bad figure. Granted, the color scheme is a bit awful, so dare I say it, if you get one and he's still in this, original color scheme that does predate the show, I do have to say that sadly, customizing to like slight repainting to make him more show accurate is mandatory. But overall, the mold is still pretty good. It holds up fairly well. I mean, the Tiger mode is a bit naff. But, you know, seeing how now we have a new mold for Cheetor in the Kingdom toy line, Tigatron, I mean, this mold now works better for Tigatron than it does for Cheetor. So overall, 7 out of 10. Not great, but by no means terrible. And next up, speaking of Cheetor, we're gonna get him reviewed, because he's my other birthday present. In fact, I got him on my birthday last Thursday. Basically, I got him kind of like a delayed birthday gift today. So, yeah. See you next time when we review War for Cybertron Kingdom Cheetor.